I don't know if you know this about me, but I like to make Minecraft Bedrock add-ons. So those are like mods for Java Edition, but they have a little less, well, actually a lot less capabilities, and they're technically still under development. So they're not very powerful, not as powerful as what Java Edition can do. But for me, they're powerful enough to make cool things work. So pretty much what I've been doing is I've been pushing the limits of Bedrock add-on creation to make something cool. And today is going to be my first showcase of that. I think I've mentioned this before, generic multiplayer server. I think I mentioned that in the video about teleporters, which you can see. It's one of my items right here, tumoured bread. So I haven't really like showcased any other part but the teleporters, but today I am. I have a bit of work done. I would like to go over a few of the things that I've done with this. First, we have the teleporters, of course. They work exactly the same. Then we have a few of these. Now, these are cool. You see, in normal Minecraft, all you have is the cake. All you have is the generic cake. And that can be eaten just like as so. What I've done is that I've made three, technically four, but three new variants of cake. I can go over here and I can eat these by clicking on it. There is no eat animation yet, and there is a cooldown on how fast it can eat. So still something to work on. But you can eat all of these and they will regenerate your hunger. And this one won't regenerate your hunger, but it will give you a piece of chicken. As you can see, after I eat all of it, I have a total of 4 chicken because there's 4 parts to it. Then we have these. I'm still working on the collisions for these, so they're a complete box right now. So this, okay, if I use the pick block button, which is the middle mouse button, you only get the block, just not it. So if I look up pepper, we can see that I have the pepper flower and flower pepper. I get those mixed up a lot. I even mixed those up in a crafting recipe. So pretty much this is the correct way to place these down. And the drops for these are flower pepper. You can get 3 to 6 from breaking these. I had a bit of feedback with some of my friends about changing the model, because these look like not peppers. Then we have the Loo Mushroom. This is one of my favorite ones. I spent a while designing this, and then redesigning it. I put the most effort into this one. So pretty much what this one is if I look up Loo Mushroom, Loo Mushroom spores would be like the seed version of this, which isn't done. Then you can get these, Loo Mushroom and Luma Cake. These can only be placed on grass and a few other things, including farmland. And then there's the Luma Cake, which is an edible item and also a crafting ingredient. And then over here, this is where I have a few texture changes. I've changed dirt, coarse dirt, bedrock. I have not done anything with this though, but I place them down for when I do, because I really do want to change that. Then I also haven't changed sand yet, but I will get to that. I've reverted some textures back to older versions as well, such as stone, so that looks like the stone from Minecraft Beta. Then we have this icy thing. This isn't going to be a biome block, but a cave block. Like, you could find this in the caves of a snowy area, along with these things, which actually have generated nearby too, so these are all randomly generated. So from these, you can get a few things. You can get bell sugar, and I forget what these were called. Bulb plants. Bulb plants, right. So you can get bulb plant, which is the plantable version, the item. Then you can get the bulb plant pods, which are pretty much these things. You can get 1 to 3. And, yeah, I don't really have much to do with that other than making the bulb sugar, which would probably end up being a substitute for regular sugar. Then we have a few items here. That one's under development. We have a sandwich, a trowel, which trowels are really cool. They're called they're like building trowels. I have a version for every single tool type except for netherite. So if I get out a diamond trowel, you can see that it works the same as like a what's it called, a shovel, where it makes a path. But you can also do some other cool things, because as you can see, these bricks here are different. You can use them to change the types of you can use it to change the type of block that things are. Along with that, this is a custom block. It doesn't like change the texture of current bricks. And I have done something which I don't see a lot of other add-ons doing. Pretty much in a lot of add-ons, when they add like an ore block, I'll just give an example of something that's stone-like. Hello. In some add-ons, even marketplace add-ons, I believe, when making a stone-like block, for example, like an ore, you'll be able to mine it with your hand, and it doesn't go any faster if you use a pickaxe or anything. This actually does. So if I give myself a pickaxe, like a netherite pickaxe, a stone pickaxe, for examples, game mode S, as you can see, I'm in survival mode now. This breaks at that speed, and I get it. This breaks even faster with that. Then if I mine it with, ouch, if I mine this with my hand, which will take a little bit, I don't get anything. And now I've kind of ruined the set, but okay. Let's go back into game mode creative. I'm just going to clear my inventory here. Yeah, here's just a few more texture changes. I've made all of the ores relate to the diamond ore texture. So this iron ore, it looks a lot more similar. But I've also reversed stone back to old. Oh, and then over here, this is the flatfish. You get this name because it's quite flat, like a pancake. Pretty much, this is just a fish that you can get in the fishing loot table, which, yeah, I found out how to change the fishing loot table. You can, like, fish these from fishing, or you can, just go in and kill them. Oh, yeah, by the way, if they get stuck on land, they can't move, so if you want to pet flatfish, make sure that you make the walls slightly taller. Anyways, when you kill a flatfish, you get it as an item, which can, if you have coal, here we go, coal. If you have coal, you can put it into a furnace to cook the flat. Okay, I really thought that worked, but apparently not. Yeah, this is what the cooked flatfish is supposed to look like. Oh, that was a blast. This is a blast furnace. I don't know. Maybe I just forgot to add that. As you can see, the furnace and blast furnace textures look different. Along with that, which I will have to fix this because it's a dropper and it has brick textures on it. That gets to here. How does the furnace have bricks on it when it's made of cobblestone? Well, that's because furnace and crafting table recipes have been changed. If I go to here and I do that, it doesn't make a crafting table. And yeah, I made a crafting table, but yeah. That's not how you get crafting tables anymore. Instead, what you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to go and get some logs. Alright, I need 2 logs. What you got to do is to get 2 logs, and that's how you make a crafting table. So it takes 1 extra log to make a crafting table. And then I get to the furnace and blast furnace. So as you can see over here, I have 2 new recipes added to the campfire. That is, these are only the outputs. The output is brick, and this output is an iron plate, which is a new item as well, which is used to craft some early game equipment, such as iron plate armor. There's only a chest plate and boots. So as you can see, it's just smaller iron armor that doesn't do just as much, but it's good for getting into caves early game. Next is the brick. If you get clay, and you put it on a campfire, over time, these will turn into bricks. Same with raw iron. Raw iron will turn into iron plates. Ooh, also, if you get raw iron, and you put it into a regular furnace with coal, it won't turn into iron ingots anymore. It will also only turn into iron plates. and I'll just wait for that to work. See, you only get iron plates from this, and that's because you're supposed to work towards getting the blast furnace next. The blast furnace will give you iron ingots. As you can see, that's a regular iron ingot. So pretty much the goal of early game is to work towards the blast furnace. You might be wondering, how do you get the blast furnace? You can't get regular iron ingots. Well, I've changed the blast furnace recipe. If I go into slash time sets day slash game mode s. If I click on here and click blast, as you can see I've changed the recipe a little bit to require iron plates instead of iron ingots. You'd still need smooth stone though. Pretty much that's all I've really done. Oh my gosh, there's so many mobs over there. That's pretty much all I've done so far. I've also changed the deep slate texture, but a lot of this is still under development. Ooh, including this thing. This is like a nether crafting table, which is supposed to include a few new recipes. This is how you get the bulb sugar. I mean the bell sugar, that's what it's called. And you can also turn gravel into sand and cobblestone into gravel, because I know when I live on the top of like a mountain like this, it's really difficult to get sand or gravel. It's really annoying, so I've just added that. That way after you go to the nether, you can do those extra things with your base, and it'll be a lot easier. Right, a few other items added. Wrong tab. Down here, if I expand this, brass crossbow, that's not done, but it's under development, but right now it doesn't do anything. This new unnamed item, I have not given it a name yet. It's called Resonance or Red. Those will be vital to the lore. Yes, there is lore. You have all the different items. What else is there? Right, the Adventurer's Burrito. This is another thing that you get from Lumashroom, which are the Luma Cakes, which are right there, and flower peppers. So that's how you get these, the Adventurer's Burrito. The idea is that you have to explore the world to find these, because these will only spawn in deserts, and these will only spawn in birch forests. As you can see, our bricks are done. But yeah, that's pretty much, I've pretty much given you an explanation on how to start generic in this, how to get started with pretty much progressing to a blast furnace. You'll need a lot of iron, and you'll need a lot of clay. So now I want to talk about some of the ideas that this brass upgrade template. So brass is a thing I want to add. It would be a mix of copper and gold. I'm not sure if that's actually how it's done in real life, but I don't want to add all the realistic ingredients. I want to keep it fun, so that way you don't have to go out and find all sorts of things and you get the right exact, like, I don't know how brass is made. I know nothing about brass. But in this, brass is going to be super cool. How it's going to work is that it's going to be pretty much like a mix between, it's going to be in between diamond and netherite. You'll get it from the overworld, though, after completing a boss battle. So instead of how you would get the netherite upgrade template, which is, I don't know where that is. Here. You get the netherite upgrade template by going to not a stronghold, you go to a bastion, and you get it from loot. This one you're going to have to kill a boss to get it. So, it's slightly different. Still very cool. And, oh yeah, the scoped crossbow is called the brass crossbow. That's something that you need the brass upgrade template to make. So, the brass upgrade template cannot be duplicated. Instead, you would use it to make a brass crafting table, which is not that. You would use it to make like a brass crafting table, which I don't have yet. And that's how you would get the new brass items. But as of now, brass items don't exist or work yet, other than the brass crossbow, which also doesn't work. Well, anyways, these blocks. So these blocks are slightly related to lore, but as of now, they don't do anything but look good, and I might even remove them in the future. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have. I've been trying to get a few of my I've been trying to share the work that I've been getting done on this because I know I've brought it up maybe a few times. But yeah, it's nowhere near being done. But I hope to eventually have a playable version with fixed structures. There will be structures eventually. I use the features for that instead of actually placing structures. If I break the block below us, does that break? Yes, it doesn't. It even gives me loot drops. How many? Oh, I got the full 3. Let's go. Oh, also, the flatfish uses the old mob egg texture, and that's because I started this project before they updated all the mob egg textures, so that's funny. Anyways, I've been talking for too long and for too loud, and my throat hurts. Kinda. Anyways, so I'm just gonna end it at that. I've shared pretty much what I've done with this, and a few places I want to go with development on this. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how I would get like a playable version public if that were a thing that I wanted to do, but it's gonna be a while until I get a playable version of this. So, please like, subscribe, and share this video because I really want this idea to become bigger than just me showing a few things in this world. Because I hope to, at one point, make this a playable server using probably some server hosting website at one point. At some point. But none of that can exist yet because none of this is ready. Along with that, I don't think I have a big enough YouTube channel to support purchasing an actual server. Along with this, a lot of the things that I've been doing have to be done for free. So I don't really have like money to spend on this project. So everything I've been doing has to be done free. So yeah, maybe if I ever get to 200 subscribers, which I feel like is unlikely, but who knows, things change. If I ever get to 200 subscribers where I think monetization starts, or maybe it's 2,000. I hope it's not 2,000, I hope it's 200. Then maybe I could possibly spend that money on getting tools like texture editing or sound editing, because I'm okay with making textures. I cannot at all make sounds. I've tried it a few times, but I cannot make music, and in order to make this add-on, I need music. I need custom music made by me, because that way I don't have to worry about, legal issues, because I have a very big fear of legal issues. Anyways, so yeah, those are the things that I've been working on, a few things that I want to work on, and future plans. This has been Cicero. I am going to get back to working on things and editing this video. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe so the channel can grow and this concept can grow. And I will see you in my next video. Maybe it'll even be about this. Bye-bye.